to my YouTube channel Solve with Shubham, your maths partner for various competitive exams. I am here again with a new class on the concept weighted average, which is a very important concept under the topic average, mixture and alligation. If you haven't subscribed my channel, do subscribe it and go through my other classes as well. Now, let us start the class. So, as I said earlier, today we are going to discuss a very important topic called weighted average. So, we will try to illustrate the concept with the help of an example. Let's say Ram wants to buy a house and he lays importance on two attributes: location of the house and the price of the flat. So he narrows down his choice on two flats. Now you can see a table there. So we have chosen two attributes, location of the house and the price, and we have selected two flats. Now we are giving rank to these flats based on the chosen attribute. Let's say flat 1, on the basis of location, Ram thought it is 5 out of 10. And flat 2 looked very convenient with respect to the location attribute. So he has given the flat 9 out of 10. Similarly, on the attribute price, flat 1 is cheaper. That is why he has given more number to it out of 10. So flat 1 stands 8 on 10 when it comes to the attribute price. Similarly, flat 2 seems to be not that cheaper, seems to be costlier than the flat 1. Therefore, he has given flat 2 4 on 10 on the attribute price. Now, there will be two cases here. Case 1, if both the attributes are equally important. So, if the attribute location and price, we say they are equally important, then here the choice would be difficult, as in both the cases your total sum is same. Let's go back to the table. You can see flat 1 5 on 10, 8 on 10. So, 8 plus 5 is 13. It is 13 on 10. Similarly, flat 2 9 on 10 and 4 on 10. So 9 plus 4 is 13. So if both the attributes are equally important, then we will find out the total sum. Whichever total sum would be higher, will go ahead with that. But in this case, both the total sums are same. Therefore, the choice would be difficult here to make. Case 2. If both the attributes are differently important, so there might be cases when Ram says that location is more important than price, or price is more important than location. In that case, let us say the weight given here is location is 40% and price is 60%, which means price is more important than location. So flat 1, on location it was 5 on 10 and price it was 8 on 10. So it is 5 into 0.4, your attribute rank, into the the weight which is given to the attribute, plus 8 into 0.6, 60 by 100, which comes as 6.8. Similarly, flat 2, it was 9 on 10 and 4 on 10. So 9 on 10, the location weight is 40%. So 9 into 0.4 plus your price is 4 on 10, the weightage given to price is 60%. So 4 into 0.6, you get it as 6. So here the weighted average for flat 1, which is 6.8, is greater than flat 2. What does it mean? We will go ahead with flat 1. So Ram will eventually buy flat 1. So this is the concept of weighted average. If the weights given to different items are same, then it will make no difference. But then if the weights given to different items are different, then we will use the concept of weighted average to come to a conclusion. So When two or more groups are combined together, then we can find out average of the entire new group by the concept of weighted average. So if weights are not given for different groups, we will have to assume that the weights are same. If it is given, then we will understand the concept of weighted average here. So if x1, x2, x3 till xn are the n items and w1, w2, w3 till wn are the corresponding weights allotted to each item, then the weighted average is given as x1 w1 plus x2 w2 plus it goes on till xn wn whole divided by n. What is n here? N is summation of your weight w1 plus w2 till wn. So relating this to the previous example, x1, x2, x3 are the different attributes, price, location, and then w1, w2, w3 are the weights allotted to them, 40% and 60%. So this is the formula which you are going to use, the concept of weighted average. Let us have a look at a question and let us try to understand it in a better way. An employee is due for his performance appraisal and his manager has given him achievement percentage based on 3 parameters. On-time implementation is 60%, development is 80%, queries resolved is 90%, and the respective weights attached to the parameters are 4, 4 and 2 out of 10. Find his overall achievement percentage. So here this is very relevant whenever a performance appraisal cycle would come. Your goals would be allotted to you and then the weightage would be allotted to each respective goal, and on your each respective goal you would be given rank. So let us see how to solve this question. On time implementation, the employee has achieved 60%, development 80%, queries 90%. So I have made a chart. You can see the parameters: on time, implementation, development, queries resolved. Achievement percentage 60, 80, 90. So this is coming as 60%, 80%, 90%, and the respective weights are 4, 4, 2. Respective weights are 4, 4, 2 out of 10. So 4, 4, 2. Okay. So what is your total? Total we will try to find out. This would be 60%. So 0.6 into 4, 80%, 0.8 into 4, 90%, 0.9 into 2. So this would be 2.4 plus 3.2 plus 1.8. So how much this will come as? This would be 3.2 plus 1.8 would be 5 plus 2.4, 7.4. What are you supposed to find out? Find his overall achievement percentage. Let us have a look at the formula. The weighted average is summation divided by n. N is your summation of weights. So here weight is 442 out of 10. So it is 10. So this would be 7.4 out of 10 into 100. It means his overall achievement percentage would be 74%. So this answer would be 74%. These kind of questions, it is always good to make a small table so that the data is very clear to us and then we arrive at the conclusion. Next question. The average weight of boys and the girls in a class are 30 kg and 40 kg respectively. Find the average weight of all the students in the class in kg. You have been given 4 options. The question clearly states average weight of boys is 30, average weight of girls is 40. So here, assuming number of girls to be G and number of boys to be B. So what would be total weight of girls? 40G, because 40 is the average weight. What would be total weight of boys? This would be 30B. So your total weight would be 40G plus 30B. What is your average weight? Average is total divided by some number of people. So 40G plus 30B, G plus B. So you cannot simplify it because you do not know G and B value. So your answer would be cannot be determined. So answer would be option D. Sometimes in these kind of questions, what generally students would do, they would take 30 and 40, which is 30 plus 40, 70 divided by 2, 35. But then that is not your average weight. Your average is total weight divided by number of people. You don't know number of boys and number of girls, so you cannot find the answer. Now next question was asked in SNAP 2013. It goes like, average weight of 19 men is 74 kgs and the average weight of 38 women is 63 kgs. What is the average weight rounded off to the nearest integer of all the men and women together? You have been given 4 options. So you know the average weight of 19 men. You know the average weight of 38 women. So total weight of 19 men, total weight of 19 men would be 19 into 74, is it? Yeah, it is 19 into 74, which would come as 1406 kg. What would be total weight of, there are 38 women, 38 into 63, total weight of 38 women, 38 into 63, that would come as 2394 kg. The question is average weight of all the men and women together. So 1406 plus 2394. 1406 plus 2394 divided by 19 men and how many women? 38 women. So 19 men plus 38 women. So 1406 plus 2394 would come as 3800 divided by 38 plus 19 would come as 57. So 3800 divided by 57 is 66.66 kg. So your answer would be 67 kg. We are rounding off to the nearest integer. So the answer would be 67 kg. So two groups are there. We are finding out the total weight of respective groups. Then we add it to get the total weight of the entire group divided by number of people. Now, this is a data interpretation question which had appeared in CAT 2007? Very good question. Simple question, you just have to do the calculation and get the answer. So it was a part of data interpretation as data sufficiency. So here, whenever we are trying to do a data sufficiency question, you do not have to exactly get the values. You just have to see which option is good enough to get you the answer. Now, directions. Each question is followed by two statements A and B. Indicate your response based on the following directives. Mark 1. If the questions can be answered using A alone but not using B alone. Mark 2. If the question can be answered using B alone but not using A alone. Mark 3. If the question can be answered using A and B together but not using either A or B alone. Mark 4. If the question cannot be answered even using A and B together. So now the question follows. The average weight of a class of 100 students is 45 kg. The class consists of two sections, 1 and 2, each with 50 students. The average weight W1 of section 1 is smaller than the average weight W2 of section 2. If the heaviest student, say Deepak, of section 2 is moved to section 1 and the lightest student, say Poonam, of section 1 is moved to section 2, then the average weights of the two sections are switched. That is, the average weight of section 1 becomes W2 and that of section 2 becomes W1. What is the weight of Poonam? So this is the data given to you. Now followed by two statements. Statement A, W2 minus W1 is 1. Statement B, moving Deepak from section 2 to 1 without any move from 1 to 2 makes the average weights of the two sections equal. Now, based on the given question, we will make a table. We will see what all data is given and then we will see which statement A, B or A plus B or none of them are suitable to give us the answer. So here, first thing would be table for better clarity. There are two sections, section 1, section 2. Number of people in two sections is 50 each. Average weight is given as W1 and W2. It is also given W1 is smaller than W2. So can we find out total weight here? This would be 50 W1. This would be 50 W2. Your question clearly says average weight of a class of 100 students is 45 kg. So total weight would be 4500. So 50 W1 plus 50 W2 is equal to 4500. You get W1 plus W2 90. This is your equation 1. Next, you are doing from section 2, you are moving Deepak to section 1 and from section 1 you are moving Poonam to section 2. So, and then your average weights are switching. They are switching to each other. So, section 2, 50 W2 total weight. Deepak is moving out. Let's say Deepak's weight is D. Poonam is moving in. Total number of people would remain same. This is becoming W1, or you can say 50 W1 total weight of section 1 minus Poonam plus Deepak. Total number of people remain same, W2. So both equations are same. When you solve it, any equation, let's say we are solving the second one. 50 W1 plus D minus P is equal to 50 W2, D minus P, 50 is common, W2 minus W1. This is your equation 2. This is what is given in the question. Based on the question, we have formed two equations. And we have three variables d, p, four variables d, p, w2, w1. Now, let's have a look at statement A. It says w2 minus w1 is 1. So here w2 minus w1 is 1. You know w2 plus w1 is 90, and you also know that d minus p is 50 w2 minus w1. Now let us not solve it. Let us see. Equation 1 and equation 2, w2 minus w1, w2 plus w1. You can solve it, get w1 and w2. Then when you know w1 and w2, you will know d minus p, but you cannot find out individual value of p. So statement A is not enough. Okay, now let us try solving it. Though solving is not important for data sufficiency question, if you solve it, then you lose time. So I would suggest don't solve if it is not required. I'm just solving it so that you understand also. So when you solve these, you get w2 is equal to 45.5, w1 is equal to 44.5. So d minus p would come as 50. Anyways, it doesn't give you any value. Now statement B. Statement B says, moving Deepak from section 2 to section 1 without any move from 1 to 2 makes the average weight equal. So what does it mean? From section 2, you are moving Deepak, 49 people. Section 1, Deepak is coming in, 51 people. Now let us look at statement B. This and this. Now statement B and the two equations which we formed based on the question, you have w2, w1, d, p, 4 variables and 3 equations. So we cannot solve it and we cannot get the individual values. C or D. Now let us combine both A and B together. So when you combine both, you will have 4 variables, 4 equations. You will be able to get the answer. Let us try solving it now. Though it is not important as data sufficiency question, we know the answer is C now, because when you combine A and B, you have 4 variables and 4 equations, different equations, and you can get the answer. But we are just combining to see what answer we get. So now, according to statement A, we have found W2 and W1 values, right? So 50 into 45.5 minus D by 49 is equal to 50 into 44.5 plus D by 51. It looks very complicated numbers, but you know, when you solve it, you will get D value, and then you would get D minus P is 50 anyways, you know, so you can find P value. Let us try solving it. They're big numbers, we can try solving. 2275 minus T into 51 is equal to 49, 2225 plus T. So you basically get it as 100D is equal to 7000, D is 70, D minus P is 50, so P will come as 20. So what does it mean? It means we need to combine both together to get your answer. So answer would be mark 3. Answer would be A and B together. We will have to mark 3. So we need to combine both the statements to get the answer. See, in this question, there was no need to solve and get W1, W2, D and P values. We just have to see which statement is enough to get the answer. I have just solved so that you understand the concept really well. If you have any queries, guys, you can reach out to me at my email, at my Facebook education page, my Instagram. I'm there on Instagram with Solve with Shubham. And you can also read my short stories, my articles on different social issues which are prevalent in today's world at my blog fireinthewings.wordpress.com. Stay tuned for further classes. Thank you.